Oh, Broncos Guru, this one's got to go on Bonehead Boaters of the Week. You can see clearly to the left a yellow hazard marking buoy showing where the end of the line of the rocks is, but somebody decided to take a shortcut. That's going to hurt his stern drive. Ouch. Sorry for the wobbly video, sat in a dinghy while I'm doing this.
Well, the good news is this is not the only set of Googans out there taking shortcuts and hurting their stern drive. Welcome back, crew, to this episode of Googans of the Week. Now, this crew's doing a shortcut of their own as well, but it's a shortcut to Fun Town as they're about to take a ride. Now, this Googan tried to take a shortcut that we definitely don't recommend. He just got lucky on this one that the kids that were on the tube wound up in the drink. But man, you definitely don't want to go over the rope on this one. This was a lucky call on both sides, but fortunately everybody was okay. Speaking of being okay, this is one of the wilder ones here, as our crew was out there spearfishing when all of a sudden somebody decided they were going to take another shortcut right through their diver down flag and right into this crew. Somehow, fortunately, this crew gets away almost unscathed. Not perfect. One of their fins actually got caught in the prop, but that wound up being the only damage, which is absolutely surprising when you see this video clip. Fortunately though, everybody walked away except for that one fin that wound up getting chopped up in the prop.
He's definitely learned his lesson.
Well, Broncos Guru, I know you said last week about max horsepower, the max you can afford. I think this guy's got the max horsepower he can afford for this boat.
I'm guessing this crew wishes they had a little bigger engine under the hood. Maybe that would have had enough horsepower to get them up the hill and maybe enough weight to where they wouldn't have rolled over. Now, this crew you might not think is taking a shortcut. I mean, they're here, they're at the dock trying to get on, but of course, we're on a shortcut kind of move today, and our guy that you see here on the stern holding the line decides he's going to take a shortcut to the dock because he's tired of waiting on Cat trying to get him there. Well, it kind of appears the shortcut backfired, as it appears our guy's getting back on the boat, which is a little confusing. Probably should have just swam to the dock at this point. Speaking of swimming to the dock, there are fun days to get out there and boat on the water, and then there are days you wish you stayed on the dock, kind of like this one. But of course, as the Googans know, sometimes you don't have a choice and you just have to get out there and send it.
Oh, George. Full sended. Good girl, can't tell them something. Machine.
Then of course there are always those times where the Googans get out there and send her just a little too hard. Now, of course, this is one shortcut to end your day, going out there, launching your boat or your jet ski, filling it up with gas before you do so, and not checking around and making sure there's no fuel leaking anywhere or there are no smells of gas, but just going ahead, launching it, hitting that fire on button, only to really turn the fire on, as we see here. Now, it's always nice to have tow insurance to make sure that no matter what's going on, you find yourself in a good spot. But even here, tow insurance wasn't enough. Now, I haven't decided exactly what motivated this crew to do this, but for whatever reason, they decided they needed to leave, and well, they needed to leave now. Unfortunately for them, the tide had another opinion on the subject, as we're about to witness. Here the sailboat crew is ready to go, but the tide's too low for them to get out, so they enlist the help of a tow vessel, as we can see here. Now, they're getting them tied up and ready to go, but the reality is it's still too low, and the towboat's going to learn really quickly that things aren't going to go exactly their way either, and they wind up sitting here with this sailboat just kind of stuck. As you can see, they've started to power it up, but they're in a spot they can't move. They're not getting that keel moved around at all, and basically now we're both just sitting here in a little tug of war. So it appears that not always will tow insurance come in and wind up paying off, as this crew finds out the hard way, as I have to imagine, even though it looks like they were ready to go and wanted to go now, they're gonna be waiting a little while. Well, thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Googans of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button.